St. Archer Brewing Company, double IPA. Made in San Diego by members of the Action Sports family. Kind of caught us off guard. I'm actually impressed. Stay tuned, check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the Beers Gone Bad,
where the beer flows like wine.
We are your hosts. I'm Scott Manbo.
I'm Mr. TheBEERSgoneBAD. Oh, very
fancy way of saying it. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing St. Archer, the double IPA. Now, St. Archer is a San Diego-based brewery. They are very closely tied to the action sports industry, which is like surfing, skating, snowboarding, action sports.
The ones we had before weren't that good. I've heard good things about this. We're going to give them a number 2 go around and see how they go.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Alright, so here we go. It's a double IPA, St. Archer.
The double IPA. St. Archer is out kind of by Alesmith off of Miramar. The double coming in at 8.3% ABV tonight. Big warning on the back, keep cold, do not age, drink fresh. So hopefully they had, I wish they had a born on date so you know when this actually happened, but we'll give it a go.
Now, some of you guys might have known that Pat and I both worked in the surf industry for quite a while. We went to a couple events out at St. Archer. I went to one where Josh Curry, the professional surfer, was actually pouring the beers out there. It is as much as a surf brand beer as it is a craft beer. And the ones we had were good. They weren't bad, but I have yet to been like wowed by St. Archer, especially in the San Diego beer scene.
You're completely right though. They never were awesome, but they weren't ever like bad.
Yeah, if someone's like, you want to go to St. Archer, you'd be like, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna read this on the back here, just for the action sports side of it. St. Archer Brewing Company was founded on a unique strain of creative talent, world-class brewers, artists, musicians, surfers, skateboarders, and snowboarders, all coming together with the passion and commitment to express their collective true love. Handcrafted beers. Josh Kerr, P-Rod, Taylor Knox.
That's right. Knox.
Kind of blank on the snowboard. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Is Sean White part of this?
I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the color on this thing, and the color, this is not a beer clean glass. I have bubbles on the side of my glass. The color is really, really golden. It's very like straw golden. It looks almost like you just kind of poured out a Coors Light kind of like
a lager.
I'm not saying it tastes like that, but just the color on it.
Yeah.
Really, really yellow. Minimal head. See now that smells nice. It sounds like someone just dropped their beer in the background.
Yeah.
That smells great. It smells like, what do they have here? Chinook? Yeah. Chinook, Simcoe, and Citra. The big C's. Most West Coast IPAs, that's kind of what you're going to run with, the big C, big street trifecta there. I actually like that.
I heard they got a new brewer.
That's great. It's got a great smell to it. Really well balanced kind of like bitterness and hoppiness to that. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
It's really not bad.
You know, the first beer that we had from St. Archer was in there like brand new, just started out, infancy, still kind of working the kinks out. And so you can't really judge them for that kind of thing. I mean, they've obviously reconfigured what they're doing there. And this, you guys, that's a great beer.
That beer has some flavor.
Good job.
Yeah. You know what? My main criticism of their beers before was that they lacked any personality.
Yeah.
That you weren't wowed by them. It was like, oh, it's a brown ale. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And it was just very drinkable across the board. And this beer is exactly the opposite. It has a lot of personality. It is bitter, and it is. I mean, it's just right up there in your face of like, okay, I'm a double IPA. Let's do it.
I guess the head was a little better on that one.
Yeah.
ABV on this one is actually coming in, I mean, for most doubles, it's going to be in that around like 7.5%, 8%. Like this thing, I think it said 8.3. 8.3%, it's not bad. Multiple people, again, Bottlecraft, we picked this thing up from, had the same problem with St. Archer. Not a big fan of them. And even the brewers here all told us this is a great beer. They've done a good job with this double IPA. It's a good contender. I wouldn't put it there at the top, but you know what? It got my attention. That thing is bitter. It's still like bitter flavor in my mouth right now.
It's a step in the right direction. Yeah, it is really bitter, and I'm all about that. Yeah. For a brewery that was just kind of lackluster in everything that they did, it's a step in the right direction for getting like more intense beers. It's not about just being able to do everything good. It's like you want your beers to stand out. You want to do them great. And I think it's what San Diego beer industry especially is all about.
My thoughts on this, when it comes to St. Archer, there was a lot of hype. You know, working in a surf shop and being around that environment, St. Archer came out with a full sports marketing media team behind them. They basically marketed this thing like no beer company has ever done before.
I actually have a pair of St. Archer board shorts and a hat.
Board shorts, hats, t-shirts, vehicle wraps, wall POP, like in-store POP.
The clothing they did like a mashup with Rusty.
It was
clothing.
crazy.
Yeah,
and they came at you just straight up, just here it is, as if they were marketing some kind of pair of brand new Volcom jeans or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
They really came at it instead of just being like in the traditional beer sense. And for that, this was the biggest thing. Not the double, but St. Archer was like the biggest thing to hit the like action sports world. You know, especially as an alcohol that I'd ever seen.
Yeah, it was totally different. It was like a total like cross branding. It was insane.
It wasn't a Red Bull. It wasn't a Rockstar. Yeah. It was an adult beverage, first ever.
And I mean, like it was like they studied it from the action sports industry side of it, and it was like, how are we going to attack this? Like full page ads and Surfer, all that stuff, and then duplicated that in their brewery. They're like, well, how are we going to look like a brewery? And you go in there, and it was very like Control V, like.
And it wasn't a bad looking brewery. Like it looks legit, but it's like you walk in, like I get it.
And that's I felt the same way about their beers, but I think this beer is different. I think it's a step in the right direction.
I agree.
You should ask Brady what he thinks. But no, this is good. Well done. I'm impressed. I'm actually legitimately impressed.
What score are you going to give this?
7.5.
I'm right there. 7.5 is fine. It's better than average and not amazing, but it definitely gets the job done, and they did a good job with it. It caught my attention. You guys are on the map now, and I think the next one you put out, I'm going to definitely grab and see how it goes. But anyways, you guys, this is Beers Are Gone Bad. That's what we do. Sometimes we have to talk a little bit of poop on a beer, but you know what? You guys came back, you showed your stripes, and you came through.
Yeah.
Well played.
Well, Beers Gone Bad.
Pat.
Scott.
Good night, my friends. Bing, bong, bing. Have a beer.
You know what?
Go try something different tonight. You know what? We did, and actually I think we're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I think almost to the point where I'm dumbfounded, where I wasn't even really talking, where I was just like, oh, I thought I was going to be talking about cool shades and board shorts.
I kind of felt the same way. I got a little lost in it. Like, I thought we were going to talk a lot of shit on this beer.
And it was pretty good.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
It's really not bad.